cares that you out-LG'd him because you just got crushed. I think we're getting into a game though. It's Ince versus kurv3n. Okay, fair enough. This is an interesting matchup we got here. This is one that Ince might even be able to win. But kurv3n, let's see what he can do. We're starting on his perspective.
Ince might be able to win.
Might be able to. This is a possibility. Could we hit up some of those game sounds, please? I don't know unless my headset's fit. There we go. And kurv3n though, just moving into the second red armor right now. Ince protecting this with the plasma. And actually, he might be able to get this red, considering he'll be surely knowing. Oh my gosh. Okay, disappointment again.
Stop getting your hopes up, Xavier. Just get.
Yeah, no, I did it without even thinking about it.
Ince is your one true weakness.
He is. He's my kryptonite.
It's a very small weakness, but at the same time, it's just as strong. And there's the Mega. I mean, kurv3n trying to fight over that. He should be able to get this. And Ince is doing a good job just to delay him. But kurv3n's rail seems to be pretty on point at this moment in time. 75%. That's pretty nice. And
what are you doing, Ince? What is this?
And we have to admit to ourselves that is a fairly typical route for kurv3n to take. And there was no caution expressed at all by Ince.
Yeah, it's a fairly typical thing to expect from Ince's side. He just paid no attention to it whatsoever.
Yeah, I go red, you go Mega. The only thing up is that yellow now, so it's quite likely that we'll both end up converging then.
There's a small chance he might trap me over there, so what should we do? We should definitely go and find out. No, when you're out of control, just get the hell out of there, get a more favorable position. This is something I'll scream at Ince about on some of the shows next week. Not acceptable.
So here we go, kurv3n's making his way into the red room, and of course it's spawning very soon, and so he's only concerned with just keeping it real, chilling until that does pop up. And Ince is going to go for the drop. He might be lurking around. I think we heard some metallic footsteps, and he is instead just listening in on the pickup sound so he can get that item time. He is aware that kurv3n will just absolutely crush him.
He should have the LG now though, so I'm slightly scared for kurv3n. If Ince manages to hit the sweet spot, then he can be going 50% plus LG. Ince did get the mega health. He's hit 3 rails in a row now. He's going to have time to snoop in onto the red armor if he'd like. Try and do some damage. He actually falls in behind. kurv3n picks up the red armor. The LG from Ince coming out very quickly, and he has got enough health behind him.
Let's look at the LG percentage.
On. No, that's not really satisfactory.
That's not good enough, Ince.
I mean, it's okay, Ince, but I mean, that's not okay.
Well, what is this? The lag switch.
That might be a reason. I think I do remember now. Ince is telling me that he's not getting the best pings lately, so I think I gotta be fair, and I've gotta throw out the ping excuse for him, as he might be suffering from
so you're sure he didn't just
internet.
Install a lag switch and just install some facade?
Oh no, that would be surely suicidal as a Quaker. Don't you get really mad when you start lagging?
But you get a good excuse.
That's true. That is true. You don't want to play for the excuses. kurv3n's railable. Ince, oh no, he wants to go with the lightning gun, and he's going to get the job done.
Did you see him waiting with that rocket? He had one rocket he could shoot, and Ince would have died if he hit it direct. But he waited just a little bit too long.
Yeah, Ince took the risk. Managed to make it pay off. Let's have a quick look at his... Okay, Ince is just dealing with it right now. He is manning up, but I don't think he's happy about it right now, because we've... Those words, the 2 words at the top aren't really encouraging.
I like how we are just bashing him, even though he's just
he obviously is like
extreme lag,
enormously handicapped right now. But he's dealing with it nicely. 3 seconds until red. kurv3n managed to step away. Ince is actually dealing with this quite well. Oh whoa, nice little trap by kurv3n. Ince wasn't expecting that, but he's got that LG. He's loud and he's proud with it. And kurv3n is surely just seconds from death. Tied game, DDK.
Yeah. Well, I know that Ince can't be too happy with his LG right now.
No, definitely not. I'm not.
Bit lackluster.
Why did you do that? He went through and where he checked immediately was exactly where kurv3n wasn't. Like he had a 50% chance of making that work. But Ince does get the red armor. 50% of the time
it works all the time.
Pardon?
50% of the time it works all the time.
What? You've lost me. Okay, this is the stack of mediocrity right now from kurv3n. I'm going to switch over to Ince because A, I'm slightly biased, and B, I'm curious what health and armor he had.
Plus, he needs to work on this.
29%.
So it is
oh my
dropping
god!
Right now, pretty hard.
Disgusting. I can't be friends with him anymore.
No. Does he deserve commentary? Even?
Let's just go back to kurv3n.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, so he's got his armor capped out. Ince has found him, and if he hits any more LG, then we might be going back to his point of view shortly. But Kurv3n hitting really nicely. A rail right at the end. He was thinking about risking it a bit, but instead he's going to grab himself a position for red. That's a safe thing to do. He's got a lead. He does not need to risk losing it so soon.
So there's 5 minutes left, and Inz is a frag behind. Kurv3n's not super stacked. Mega's coming up next. We should expect a challenge, and that's a really nice position from Inz there at the top spot. Just for a little bit of a delay, he was tracking Kurv3n's movement after picking up the red. So he planned it out really well, and we can see that he's in a position where he can probably get a grab on this Mega, or at least pressure it, and in fact he disappeared entirely. So
Ince might get red.
Yeah.
All right, he's got something.
That's good. That's good. Inz is he's building into an opportunity, but it could be incredibly anticlimactic.
With caution here, we have to say we need.
Don't get your hopes up. A big fight's going to happen, and Inz is going to maybe
lose it. Oh, we can't be so mean. We can't be so mean.
Well, we've been going with it for so long now. We have to commit.
True. Well, Ince is going to definitely be 200 armor right now. He probably wants to challenge for this Mega House. So Kurv3n, if he's stepping out quite a long way. Ince, yep, he's right below him. He surely won't go through the teleporter in this one. He wants to wait for Kurv3n to make the jump. He does go through the teleporter. I think Kurv3n was almost as surprised as I was. And here comes the LG.
Oh!
Well, he ran out of ammunition. Ince! No, ammunition management is the failure of the day right here, as Kurv3n's now extending his lead.
Oh, the grenades, why?
And that should have been a kill right there. If Ince had another 30, 40, 50 ammo, it would have been 4-4.
Yeah, that was one of those situations where Kurv3n, he's like, okay, I've got to jump onto the Mega now. And then he hesitated. He could have jumped straight away again to get to the LG side, but he hesitated. So he got stuck on the platform, already took too much damage. And then he's like, oh, what do I do? And he slipped off the edge, and that was Inz's frag, just from that one hesitation.
I think Kurv3n probably assumed that he'd lost it by then.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, if you're dropping onto LG, you pretty much
never
like,
have good hopes, do you?
Yeah.
As soon as he heard his ammo tick out, he would have been like, yes, there is a god.
It really does blow up your expectations a lot, because you always, when you're in every situation, you kind of predict, oh, I can probably take this. Well, I'll probably end up taking about this much damage. But when that happens, the damage they can do like triples. So it becomes really hard to manage.
Ince is still controlling the red though nicely. That's one thing that Kurv3n's failing to deal with effectively. He's got to go up against Ince, who's pretty much as stacked as he is. Now Kurv3n's been fighting pretty well at the moment. Oh, the rockets are awesome from him as well. Ince, you are in a lot of trouble right now. You might just want to get back and work your way onto red. And Kurv3n actually might be wasting enough time that Ince can get himself the red armor. He will.
It's looking pretty bad for our Portuguese friend.
It
Although
is.
I say he's our friend,
I did.
It's probably not going to be your friend for much longer after he listens back to this.
Oh god, if he does. I think if he does lose it, he won't.
It's going to be a spot open.
He'll just push it aside. It never happened, guys. This will not go down in the history books of Twitch and YouTube. But again, look at this. This has been like 6 red armors that Kurv3n's given away in a row, even though he's had a couple of frags here and there. He is just completely fixated. He's got his eyes fixated on the Mega House. And it just goes through the teleporter like a headless chicken and isn't really doing anything. Kurv3n should make this one 8-3.
And it really feels like Kurv3n isn't necessarily doing anything special at all. I definitely would say Ince
gets stacked, waddles in,
jeweler, but
dies.
But yeah, he just loses the fights. Kurv3n just executes really well. He's very consistent with how he executes, and that seems to be enough right now against Ince.
Yeah, I mean, of course Ince is having trouble with his connection. We haven't been able to see his point of view to see actually if it's been getting better or worse or whatever. But yeah, he's sitting still at the moment.
At least he got back up to 30%.
There come the excuses here, the Ince excuses. The Ince... Never mind. I don't know. I've been calling BS out on a lot of things that Ince has been saying recently. I'm not suggesting it here, but...
You're just planting seeds of reasonable doubt.
I work very closely with him, but I have a very poor trust relationship. He's been missing the 360 as someone speculated there. Ince is getting kills right now, but maybe you should have finished your phone call before starting it, because
Follow Killer is trying to have its way with the situation here. I think this.
Do you want to give Kurv3n the final say on the camera?
Yeah, he deserves it.
He's got it out anyway. 20 seconds left. Come on, grenades. And it's just going to start waddling into them in just a second.
Yeah.
Oh, there we are. So, disappointment was there for any Inns fans. I wasn't wrong at all. Like, that's one of the only prediction I'll get right today, by the way, guys, so enjoy it. 10-6 for Curvin in the end. That was just odd, really. Fair play to Curvin.
It is funny.
He did it.
Because your expectation was disappointment. So
Yeah. I mean, it was there. I feel disappointed,
Yeah.
even though that was my expectation. I should be, like, happy that I was right, but I'm not. I'm just annoyed.
I think you did well because you didn't.
I did well.
Yeah,
I got through this difficult time of my life.
Well, you provided the viewers a service there. You said to them, okay, look, don't tie your emotions into this, the outcome into this match because you'll be disappointed.
Yeah.
You
The thing is,
straight up, and I
if
think that
he
was cool.
won, I would have been ecstatic. It would have been as if he'd won the finals. I wouldn't care what happened to Ince in any of the following rounds because he won a game on stream, and I could have said really nice things to him like during the next week or so. But no, it's just going to be further disappointment. Disappointment at the moment is the word of the day, but it shouldn't be because it's your birthday.
Yeah.
Disappointment.
The tone is just dropping.
Let's have some more electric games. Let's have some really close stuff. We're going to be getting to the Ash, to the Evil, to the Cypher, to the Pavel, to all kinds of stuff in a little bit.
And now it's time to go to the Wob Step. So they're in the break. We'll be back, guys, with the next match. So stay tuned here on FACEIT TV, where disappointment hopefully will not be a trend that just follows throughout the rest of the day.